Hi YouTube, welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and this is going to be just a quick video. I just wanted to give some coverage to a horror sequel that I have never heard anyone mention before, ever. And the movie in question is Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer 2, Mask of Sanity. And as I say, I've never heard anyone talk about this on or off YouTube, anywhere. Never seen it on TV. It's just never a film that I have heard reference at all. And strangely, this is not a film that kind of went under my radar. I used to see this around quite a lot, especially like in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was in the video rental shop a lot. I remember seeing it all the time. It was kind of out the way. It was like up in the corner and things like that. It was obviously never a prominent rental, but I always used to see it around, and admittedly it never got my interest. I never felt the urge to watch this, and it's clearly quickly went off everyone's radar and just disappeared. And I just think it's interesting that I've never heard anyone ever talk about this one, so I picked it up just out of curiosity, just to see what it was like. And yeah, gotta say, I've just watched it. I can see why it did quickly disappear. There's really not much to this one, and it's the worst way for it to go, because I was kind of hoping it would be sort of either way. I thought maybe it would be really good and would prove to be a bit of a hidden gem, or I thought it would be so terrible that I can clearly see why this one disappeared quickly. But unfortunately, it is just kind of a dull one that I can see why it fizzled away. So it came out in 1998, so quite a few years after the original Henry, and it does actually follow the same character, although it's a different actor playing him. And he gets wound up living with this family who are a bit shady themselves, and he becomes a bit of like an arsonist for hire, but of course gets on the wrong side of a few people and kills them, and sort of drags the family into it. It's all very kind of sullen and morose. It's not a most enjoyable film to watch, and just doesn't quite have the impact or the sort of the macabre spark that the original has. The guy who plays Henry in this, I actually can't remember his name. He's okay, but he's nowhere near as good as what Michael Rooker was. And it actually made me appreciate Michael Rooker a lot more in Henry. I do like him as an actor. He's one of my favourites, but yeah, he really does bring something special to that role, and it's sorely missing in Henry 2. And yeah, I just don't think they did themselves any favours with sequelizing this one. Henry 2 it never appealed to me, and clearly not to many other people. And the fact that it was lacking Michael Rooker really sort of told you something about the film, I thought. And I always just quickly dismissed this as a very inferior kind of cash-in sequel, which is what it feels like, to be honest. So yeah, nothing really going on in this one. It feels a bit like a TV movie, but without any of the sort of TV movie charm. It's, yeah, just a little bit nothingy, unfortunately. Nothing to report on this one. But I did want to give it a little bit of coverage just because of that fact. Like I say, I've never heard anyone talk about this in any kind of way. So do let me know if you've seen this, if you did actually ever get round to watching it, and if you enjoyed it, I'd be really interested to know. But yeah, unfortunately, Henry 2, I can see why this one quickly faded into obscurity. But nice to finally own it and check it out after seeing it around for so many years. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.